Yes, it's a it's
No,
it's
serious
the
though.
life.
We are here again, Baldhead and the Dread. Have to remind the people, make sure if you get time, check out our brand new short film thing called The Story of Jamaica's Famous Shirt, the Mesh Marina. Also, right, make sure you support Autarchii, aka the Dread. EP there in the description, thing called Disrupting the Status Quo. Also, he has numerous videos for the tunes on the EP. Make sure you check it out there. Um, what else is there? All right, what we're reason about today?
Yes, well, for a while now we are hear this debate about Afrobeats and dancehall. And we start to feel like say the debate has start kinda get pointless in a way now. Me I tell you the truth. Because I feel like say the two genre them right now in comparison as it stand currently now. I'm not talk about overall what was done in 90s or what was done in early 2000s. I talk about as it stand currently. The out at the door right now. I even see all you like Burna Boy them come really show that up now and make you realize that the discussion really over for you.
Well, all right, Burna Boy, listen, this bridging year, this man exposed the whole thing when he touched down in Jamaica, right? For those of you unaware, I believe, I guess about a couple weeks ago, 3 or maybe a month ago, Burna Boy performed live in Jamaica at National Stadium, right? Now, I want to give things in the context before we even move on for all those who want to, our reggae people out there. National Stadium hosts 35,000 people, right? At this moment, there are a couple big shows in Jamaica. Yeah, Sunfest says they do 30,000. I think that's between both nights. I'm not sure if I've been there in Montego Bay. I'm not sure because I've been there at the heights of Sunfest when the place was ran with Shaban and Damian Marley that year, and I don't think 30,000 people was in there for the one night. So if someone in the comments could clarify that, please do. You have Popcorn has the Unruly Fest in St. Thomas, right? Um, they're not getting 30,000 people out there. The next version, Alkaline, has a thing called New Rules at National Stadium, but I want to clarify it's a National Stadium car park. It's not in National Stadium, right? He not knocking out those type of numbers that was at Burna Boy. And the last thing for I know people are gonna bring up is the Buja Banton show. Now, I feel it's unfair to compare Burna Boy's performance to Buja Banton show because one, Buja Banton show come like the return of Christ for some people fighting. The man just got out of it's a one-off thing, right? He came out, and I'm not even sure if they put it at 30,000. That's what they said. I'm not sure because the place there were certain parts of it that still were empty. It wasn't packed like this Bridging thing. The last thing I want to mention, right, in regards to the amount of people that came out to see this man before we get into the other aspects of the reason, all the shows I mentioned before are packed full of the top artists on the island of Jamaica. I want to make that clear. Booked, right? Burna Boy show may have said, I'm not sure what the flyer said, but I know Popcorn was there, Lila Ike. Respect her. I'm glad she got a platform to go do a thing, right? Popcorn, Lila Ike. Yes, people were brought out on stage, but they weren't booked for the show. So it wasn't like tickets were sold because they were advertising these people at the show. Sunfest, we already know packed full of people fighting. New Rules and Unruly. The man I had Drake out there. I don't know if he advertised the break drink, but he had all Drake out there. But the fact is, there is no compilation of reggae artists. I don't care if you want to start from a Skane, Barris Chronics, mix them all in. There is no current compilation of reggae artists that can draw out 35,000 people firing. You tell me. Let's start with that.
And say, and the numbers for me, the numbers part for me, are the part where me not really even concerned about it show a whole heap of thing, I highlight a whole heap of thing. I tell that no lie. But the numbers part for me, it is what it is. Right? But for me, like putting an apple versus an orange, and then I try put them in the same zone. It's come like island water for me right now. Let me be very honest. Like I feel like I just need to be honest. Like
Hold on, far right, because I know people had that argument, but the reason I think is it's not inaccurate comparison because it's been out there going on for years, even from artists, dancehall artists specifically, right? Let's put reggae to the side because we already know about that reggae. Dancehall artists have a inflated understanding of their draw. And the reason I make the comparison because they themselves compare themselves. I hear it. They put now Afrobeat. Some people say Afrobeat came from the dancehall. Some people say it just come from Nigeria, UK. You know, dancehall is ahead, blah, blah, blah. I brought up the numbers before we go to the thing to show that we have to acknowledge that these artists do not draw a crowd in their own country and other countries. Yes, Burna Boy is the biggest thing right now, fire. So we have to put that pop aspect to it, which is true, right? But I never saw a black act within the last 30 years draw a crowd like that in Jamaica. I know you have Jazz Festival, but remember all these things are compilations of big name artists, far right. No disrespect to Popcorn and Lila Ike, because whether they was there or not, fight. So you get what I'm saying? It's not like saying, yo, all right, if Popcorn and Lila Ike wasn't there, it would have been down half the crowd. No, far right. I don't care who was there. That's what I'm just showing you the thing on the Ike. Say, yo, the thing move away, right? But one thing I want to touch on, far right, before you jump back on, right? One thing artists need to do, I think that is destroying dancehall vibe is one, you need to know how to perform. First of all, you need a band, a consistent band that you actually work with and have some type of chemistry with, right? You need to learn how to perform with a band. I think that's one of the biggest problems with this whole computer thing. You don't go through the ranks and trials and mentorship to understand how to perform in front of a crowd. Just because you can make a catchy song that gets streams or gets your video watched on YouTube does not give you the right to go in front of people, to perform in front of people, far right. I think that's the biggest problem. And the next thing, far right, perform the whole song. This pull up thing. Yes, it may be a hype thing in the dance hall or even stage showing. A next person don't want to hear that now. And you know who overs that? The version they call Miguel Collins, Sizzla Kalonji. Sizzla has different performances based on the demographic he's performing in front of. Sizzla go on Sunfest and just do all 200 songs. Not even Sunfest, no, Sting. He'll go on Sting and do 200 songs. Sunfest, he probably cut it down to 100, right? But when he abroad fire, certain crowds, Sizzla singing the whole song, bridge and everything, chorus, bridge and extended version, because that's what people don't want to hear. That's what people want to hear. People don't want to hear the bag of yelling and the pull up and all this and the one, and not even a verse fire, the two lyrics. They don't want to hear that now. A man don't want to spend his money. You think a man gonna spend all some big money to go hear Billy Joel sing 2 lines and talk about pull up and go to the next song? A Lionel Richie, you get what I'm saying? Maxwell, Bruno. Now the people perform the whole song. That's what people want to hear. They want to hear the song fire. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we got to get cleared up with this whole vibe. Because I'm watching some clips from this version of the band. First of all, you're not even singing the song. The crowd's singing the song. But the fact is the band is playing the whole song. Clarity. You know how good the band sound with all the technical difficulties and the band still sound good? Band there clean. And a man can't even fight the man and say, oh, well, because he big time. Because there's no big time artists that don't leave their house with no band. They just leave their house with DJ. You can easily go across the world right now and shell the heights he on. You can easily go across the world right now and shell it with one DJ. Same way. But the man understand the craftsmanship and the importance of presenting the music to the world. On the heights, top musicians the man have. I'm not no Burna Boy fan of that fight. I know a couple songs, so it's not like I'm no big Burna Boy thing, but I saw the thing and it's captivating because it's on the heights. It's presented how music should be presented. And I think they need to take a chapter out of that far eye in regards to let's present the music to the world on a certain heights. I don't see this man with 89 entourage on stage. People with their pants sagging and licking and spliffing their mouth and all type of madness, batting up security and carrying on. All these little things fire, people need to observe and learn and just move away because reggae artists don't have a good name across the board with promoters, but dancehall artists fire, come like people don't want to go near them, yo. Because when dancehall artists perform outside of Jamaica, please correct me if I'm wrong, they perform in Caribbean countries, the UK, and maybe one off in Africa here or there. The clubs they perform in are areas heavily populated with Caribbean people. Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, New York, club in Connecticut, Chicago. They don't really go places like that because nobody want to see that bag of excitement. It's just the truth, all right. You need a band and you need to perform your song. I don't think enough of them know their lyrics again, fire. They can't. They can't know the lyrics. How you gonna know the lyrics and you never sing the whole song? Band and perform your song. Number one, fire. Number one.
They mention something great. I feel like say the topic they need to expound upon it. The craftsmanship is not a thing for play around with. What there is right there. So that crucial. So that's the reason why this is not me interested. You know why even though everything what they say are facts, you know why I'm telling you I'm interested in the numbers. Because every single media outlet out there, so them try come with the numbers. They explain it different still. Because they sure say it's a one man up on a bill, and then majority of them show they where even a recap the numbers them is a whole heap of people up on the bill and comparing that it way off. But a numbers make hear everybody emphasize on show numbers, streaming numbers. But the part there, it kind of bore me in terms of for them reasoning the way there, because whole heap of different factors going on, which I don't explain every single thing clearer than most when me ever listen. But the part now where there is a craftsmanship, it get to my brain because I remember an interview when I watched years ago, and Agent Sasko I tell about when time he meet Buju Banton, and Buju Banton I give him some type of advice and thing, and I tell him, say, yo, Juvenile, hold the mic here, so the part is supposed to hold the angle of the mic, and you're not supposed to cover the mic when you're a DJ, which is the great practice, so your voice can project the right way, and when your voice project the right way, you know, the people them here are engaged in the whole thing, and then the man say, one time the man I'm used to show him, say, yo, you need to work by your hook them, and plus, you're not fit enough DJ, when you're a DJ, you run out of breath, so what you need to do, you need to start run a morning time and get the thing together so you can have more voice control. You can all of these things. See all of them things, it come true and it fulfill and it come up to the craftsmanship. I don't think they build a craftsmanship as an artist. When it comes to craftsmanship, this current dancehall thing, it not have no craftsmanship in it. Whether we want, you can like it, you can like it, you can not like it. Yeah, it's fine. Me not tell us talented people are not there, you know. But it just don't have no craftsmanship because one, them type of youth the way I do dancehall currently, them not go up on a sea or run a morning. Probably somebody is there who will do it. I don't see nobody currently who I go do that. I go say, boy, them I go run pan a sun I run a sea a morning time. Boy, we have to do this particular exercise. We have to go work and do some voice street, some vocal lessons. We have to go know say when we have voice to tune them, we step from the mic. All of these little intricacies we go into the career itself. Them youth and have it. And then the number one thing with the youth them have is that youth them are DJ, you know. I'm not even talk about singing, you know. And this is the embarrassment where enough people don't want to talk about, but me as a man, me can talk about it straight. I make them know because anybody them can just not like it. But at the reality, that if the youth them a DJ, you know embarrassing this thing is for people a DJ and them not the pan key. DJ in a half key. Fire, you can understand a singer being half key, you know. But when you're a DJ, you know, you have a few particular notes and a few particular ranges where you are going to be as a DJ. And in a dancehall majority of you, them a DJ half key, and I tell you, say, for them style. So you see, compare that to Afrobeats though, and when you really sit down and meet Afrobeats and you see all of these youths, Afrobeat youth, them a musician. And that's the big difference, you know. The Afrobeat youth, them a musician. If I realize them have them harmonies, and the one potent thing them always have them brass. Brass, say you gotta hear the saxophone and ring out in a them thing. You gotta hear the combinations of different instruments. And you gotta hear the harmonies them. Because them full of melody already, just the whole genre itself full of melody, you know. Melody that all stamp all over the genre of Afrobeats, you know. But it have the harmonies to back it, it have the music them for back it, and then the combination and the collaboration between all of these things, and then the artists are musicians. So that's the whole difference. You can't compare youths who are musicians, we are putting different various elements in their music to some youths where might be have talent, because some of them, by tell you the truth, them may not really see the talent where them have. But it's just an internet age and I overstand the thing go from a man, him can go get a reach to 1 million views and him think him is somebody. You see me I say? But it's so unfair for put something where so structured against something where so we not even have one structure to it, because it's just a bag of people that come people say, well, I'm the man at the moment, I made this, made that, and then as they say, plus the pull-up culture now, we come with the dancehall artists, them through them mostly over there Jamaica are areas were populated by for them own people. The pull-up culture they in all of them little pockets there. So the fact that them always have to pull up that and them never have the musical lesson behind it and them never learn how to put the craftsmanship together, it continuously make them a dwindle downwards. So, and then while the Afrobeats youth them now, I get the exposure to different ways of present the thing, and plus them add the musical elements to it too. So it does come like the whole conversation of Afrobeats versus dance. It kind of get played out now, and not for emphasize, not because of the numbers reason where every media. Because I mean, listen to all of them different platforms, and the numbers reason are the main thing where them talk about. But nobody now dig into the craftsmanship where I mentioned. The craftsmanship is a very important to it. And the layers. Remember, so when reggae did come out, well, 74 I think was the most prolific year. 74 to 76 was the most prolific year for reggae from the thing created to the another way there. And we think about that. Every single body of that era where we know about from reggae music are musicians, you know. It's not a joke thing, you know. Everybody we know about, you know, we can't name one artist from Jamaica, not one we can't name who was not a musician, you know. And that's the thing.
And Farah, I just wanna give, first of all, I'm glad you brought up the great points emphasizing that brass section fine. It's a key component in the music. You ain't gonna leave out one section, right? But I wanted to recommend a song in regards to hearing the heights of reggae, right? Bunny will have a tune called Love Fire, right? With Autarchii Cook on there, Bing Gordon, I think Dave Madden on there, and the thing is so layered, right, in regards to music, because most people when they hear reggae, they know about the stripped down drum and bass, and we disregard the music that's very, very melodic in it. There are a lot of around 13, 14, 15 musicians in there contribute, right? Boom, from Bunny Willer called Love Fire to really get the essence of this reggae thing in regards to composition and music, right? Another thing I want to touch on, right, when we go to this Afrobeat and dancehall thing. All right, so I checked out Hot 97, right? I think I'm not sure if they still are the standard because I'm kind of away from reggae, so I can't really say, but I just know Hot 97, so I went on there. I went on there to see the top 20s tunes, and as we said, early 2090s, they always had an Elephant Man tune on there, Damian Marley, I Wayne, something like reggae, Junior Kelly, Love So Nice, definitely Jack Cure was on there. I said Richie Spice, all the artists used to have a little run there. Killer, a Beanie Man was definitely on there for the longest, right? So you always had that dance hall tune on there. Some people argue, and I just want to say that this argue meant that people make this foolishness. A lot of people argue that dancehall suffers due to the use of patois, right? It's foolishness. Burna Boy again exposed him, right? This bridging have a tune here called Laugh Laugh. Last, right? If I didn't know what the man was saying the most. When I say I don't know what the man saying in most of the song, yeah. I can't lie to you, right? I go look the thing up. I figured he was talking to you, but still could have bridged your friend. I figured that part. But in regards to me, I don't know what the man's saying now. I don't know the language. The thing slaps so hard though. Next thing you know, I'm near repeating the thing I know what I'm saying now. But it's the essence, is the beauty of music. You know, because it's just like reggae. A man go overseas, right? Say gang and the ogre. They don't know what they really don't know what the man's saying, but the beat, they just touch them here. They can repeat the words. But they don't know what the man's saying. So this little argument to say that, artists need to articulate themselves more or just speak proper English is foolishness. From the thing slap is slap. And this man here, the man speaking Yoruba fire. At least Patois have a little English essence so a man could try to figure it out. A man can't figure out what he's saying unless he know the language. And he get through. And he mix, and I love the vibe still because he don't stray away from the origin and stray away from the thing. He bringing his thing to the people saying, hey, this is my culture, this is me. And he still capture them. You pre it. So dancehall. And another thing with dancehall that we don't want to say, people need to make hits. They need to spend, I don't know, I think the music's being produced too quick, fire. And the bridge, go ahead.
No, man, I said they make a crucial part that they say. You see the music, you see the beautiful. All right, it's like when man talk about football and them say Pele teach with the beautiful game. And that are the thing for you. See, this beautiful music is something where we can underestimate enough for you. I feel like that is where majority of the youth them where the dancehall, them underestimate the beauty of music. And you see, even right, say. So mention even Shabba Ranks and them thing there. So when time Clifton specialist Dylan and all of them different man too. So Shabba them did have tough production too, So it's not even just what them did I say, The production upon them something that did tough. Dancehall originally, when Dave Kelly them and Tony Kelly them and Lenky Mars them and all of them different man they I come I deal with the thing. The production and the quality Jeremy had in them, all of them one different ones there. Anyone who can think about 90s music, the production was there enough fire. But now there's no production to the thing. So it's like it's just you just hear me as a man with no music, me can hear it and tell say, boy, this not mix good enough. Or this barely mix, Sometimes the song them come out of dancehall and not even mix. So how the song them for not even mix? Una tell me so una want put a comparison between you two a musician again. So that's what I try to show them say the intricacies of music is and the beautiful music what I mentioned that is not there from this current dancehall type of vibes, and it's not like so sound can change, So even the argument of sound or its sound that's fine, But you see if the man did have a new sound and the sound have something to do with it where it put together in the right way and it pleasant to the ears in a sense where them don't know how to make something pleasant to the ear because it's so much darkness and aggression to the thing.
Fire, you getting into the next thing. Shoot the frequency, because, let me tell you how far on the height still. Enough of the things I was going to say, this Bridget said already. It's not like we're pre-planning this thing, It's just truly on the thing. Listen to this. Before I get on the violence, right? You mentioned all those producers, but please remember for those unaware, these people have a real background in music. They were students of the music under other great producers and engineers. So it's not like they was in their bathroom, they was tapping on one desk and got one Pro Tools and just start slapping beats. And that is the issue. Not to disregard the man, and it does provide opportunities, but it gives you gotta go through you didn't go through the vetting system yet. I think that's the problem, Fire. That's one of the problems with technology. The fact that you go direct to the consumer. And you gotta go through a little period of some apprenticeship to understand the craft. The people you mentioned before have a background in music. So they understand music. Go ahead.
And so even the argument that I'm kind of partial to the argument there for one particular reason, right? So it correct, It correct. But then me have this perception say I feel like that is a scapegoat. Again, it's a whole scapegoat type of thing because it's there, It's a man can't say, boy, or just try you come up. Or him did learn Pro Tools in the first place. So him did have learned Pro Tools from a particular vetting system. That vetting system probably going to be YouTube where him going to learn some tutorial. How comes him never overstand say, all right, I'm learn Pro Tools from this. What else am I supposed to learn where the music come with it? Because him did know that Pro Tools was an industry standard thing, And that's the reason why man start to record with Pro Tools. So I try to show say, no, for the majority of these youths, them know what's supposed to be done, them just not do it, So that's the thing, that's why I kind of end up get partial upon the one that say, all right, once, you have to come through the vetting system for know, say, why music put up on key, And that's the very basic thing, where the youth them come like them not even have a clue, man. And man, them so arrogant, them a tell you say them style. Or the new style, what's a new style for you? How can you disregard the principles of music and tell me say it's a style?
But hold
And
on,
them thing
Farah.
they
Is it a thing of negligence or is the fact that they don't know how to get things on key? Or they're not
negligence.
or they're not around people that tell them it is off key.
Well,
That's the
both.
next thing. Because if you're in a certain realm, a man say, "Fight, that can't go the road. No, fight, this had to clean up." And they just there pumping, pumping out music, pumping out music, pumping out music. So it kind of, I think it's a mixture of inability and negligence, as you said, you know.
And then at that man, at that go on in a fire. Cause I remember I said there's a little friend them a boost them up. Them friend them is not a musician, but it's just more hype man or gangsters or whoever them a touch the road with for create them, keep up them image. But what me I say is the facts of them can get peace out together, even if for reach the stage, if they now one boot or record, even if them want to record it 2 line by line on them phone. Cause we know say I saw them record these days, and that's the reason why them can't keep up them not the stamina because them don't know how to record a song straight. And then know say boy you just listen over the song and then the spots them were weak. You can probably tune up the spots them. But the fact that them get to Pro Tools, which is industry standard, how them can get to the industry standard of key and all of these different things when it is there for them to see, you know, because more than likely when time here you see enough of even the Pro Tools video them, when man I go through the Pro Tools video, there's different musical elements of it, but you them is negligence. The negligence come like it take a higher stance even more than the man them not knowing it or not having access to people who can give them. The negligence is very high because remember again in a fire, we talk about this one, you know, I'm see it come play out in this dancehall music all the time. Me not care. Me are the man. The people them love me. And from the people them love me, then me are the man. Nobody can tell me anything. And if you tell me anything, then it's like the number one word that Jamaican people use is your bad mind. So that's why I'm saying negligence because the arrogance where them have towards the music, where them have towards themselves, it create the negligence where them live on. And as so comes now, if them half and all of these things now, you're not gonna really find it or find them improve it. Cause it's okay if them release 1 and 2 record with half key, it sound weird from a side that, you know, that's fine to find, you know. But you have to know say better in yourself. If you are thinking for better yourself, you would have put yourself in a position to try improve where you do, even if it's not perfect, you're something or some element. But you are do one thing every single day. They edit video every single day. They look on the video. You know standard. You look on it and I say, wait. But
All right, fine. All right, fine. That's why I gotta jump in though. Last thing I want to say, and I told you I'm not using Elder 2023, right? More trained people, which is true, right? So yes, while editing every day, you do learn stuff, right? But there's still a level of interaction that I need with an expert to see other stuff that I'm not seeing. You breed. So there's stuff I could come to the conclusion on my own, and you could come to a lot of stuff on your own. But there are little simple, like going to the gym, right? It could be like the most simple changing of a little part of your form that change everything. Or it could be this little aspect or a little millisecond of doing something differently or looking at something differently. But I didn't come to that conclusion on my own. I learned that from interacting with someone who was better than me or analyzing something who was better than me. Now, back to what you were saying, that goes to the negligence out of the ego that they have. They won't put themselves. So I hear what you're saying, right? But I still do believe there's a close interaction you need with someone who's superior to you in that craft to learn certain aspects if you're open to it and if you're humble and if you don't have an ego. So they may have access to producers, but due to their ego, they don't want to go out there and interact with them because you know that go already, right? Last thing I want to touch on, Farah, is I'm not a connoisseur of Afrobeats, right? But the music I have listened to, very melodic. They actually have compositions of a song. They have an intro, they have a verse, they have a bridge, they have a chorus, right? So that's the basic topics. Me personally, please correct me, right? I'm aware of UK trap. I'm aware of hardcore African music like a rap vibe. But in regards to this melodic Afrobeat, I never heard these people talk about no violence and killing people for it. Personally. Now, if it exists, I apologize for my ignorance towards it. But I'm not sure if this man Burna Boy had no tune about shooting nobody and killing people and guns in the video and knives in the video and all this type of craziness. Right?
So it's a 1 and 2 metaphors where lead up to some type of thing, but the storyline, not a storyline.
All right then. So I just want to make that clear, right? believe it or not, right? I know people are in their little bubbles. When you go out there to a broader audience, you don't want to hear about killing people fire, especially as you get older. I saw clips of a show in Florida. A guy that played with Ram, like I don't know what it was, a hip hop show, right? Place Pack. I forgot the name, but I saw it on YouTube, and all the acts there talking craziness, but it was nothing but young people in the crowd firing. It was like teenagers to like. First of all, ain't no grown man gonna go in no crowd like that. The crowd was so wild, yeah, right? Teenage to like young adults. You got to change up your topics, fire. It's okay to do a love song. It's okay to do a beautiful love song. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to speak about emotions, right? Everything, this violence thing is just like, it limits them in regards. Yes, they can eat a food properly within a small demographic, but in regards to long-term and this and that, because check out Beanie Man, right? Beanie Man has a diverse catalog of music. Even Killer, the man name is Bounty Killer, but he has a diverse, you get what I'm saying? Killer talk about a lot of topics. Yes, an ignorant gun song, you have a social thing, you have a little love song, you have upliftment song, you have, but these people there is just the gun. I'm not even gonna give them no promotion and put no song out here to give you an example of what these people saying. All right. Now, do they have the ability to do it? Some of them so dark and so deep into the thing, maybe that they don't. But collectively, Popcorn does a good job of that too, right? From what I've heard, he has a diverse catalog of music, right? He has your motivational songs. I'm not sure, but the girls, Cartel, believe it or not, say what you learn about it, right? He had a diverse catalog of music. I think if it demand, I would say this about the breaking, right? Being that he's so smart, and put him to the side. Let's just deal with the artist and artistry. I feel if he didn't get arrested and he didn't get so like out there like that, I feel that he would have come to the conclusion where, I'm not sure about his travel situation too, so that's not realistic because I'm not sure if he was able to travel. But say he was able to travel, I think he would have reached a point where he would have started making more, because he already had some of them little poppy tunes. I think he would have cut the corner and made more of those type of tunes for it. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't really have no whole heap of thought process about Vibes Cartel and music, but one particular thing more of highlight though, you know that you mentioned like Vibes Cartel. And this is the funniest part to me, you know, why this topic is actually like a depressing topic. So when you really think about it, you know, because check levels. Majority of the young youth them know what them I do dancehall, and them not really know how to approach the thing to certain levels. Vibes Cartel are them idol in music. Like if you hear them take interview, them tell us Vibes Cartel are the person where them look up to. Like 90% of them. We know say him are them idol, right? If you studying a particular man, the end youth, and hear this man continuously tell you say, one, Africa the only place him never go yet. And then two, this man come and tell us, boy, him stage show performance need to get improved. So how could you idolize this man to the levels? A whole genre youth idolize this man to a certain levels. And here the man mention him weak point, him biggest weak point. The man literally mention it straight forward without no farmer go around. Him biggest weak point, which is in performance. And you, as that type of individual, though master the weak point where the man call out more than once for various interviews and una study this man. That's what I try to show that I say again is negligence, because the man will una idolize to the highest levels, tell him weak point, and the weak point is performance, and you don't try to go into the lab or try to improve or try to build up on that, then it just show me say it's a whole stagnant culture. It's a stagnant culture of portraying negative imagery just so things can carry on, just so you can survive, just so you can be the person in the spotlight. And at them type of thing, they hold down the thing. While if you have the youth them on the Afrobeat side, where we don't know when no one doing that in personal life, but if you think about the connotation will come with it, there's not that type of connotation. When you hear think about the connotation that come with Afrobeats, it not come with so much weight on it. It come with something more of like, yo, the song there, I don't like the song there. I like that song. You know, a different type of thing. You think about the music right off the top when you hear about Afrobeats, the vibes it give you. Is either you're gonna like it or you don't like it. And that's fine. Because you're not gonna like every single music. But upon the full of the day, you hear about Afrobeats, you think about music. And that is the thing. When you hear about dancehall, you not think about music. I would say dancehall, well, again, we want to clarify, we talk about the current youth them, where the dancehall and all of this conversation around trap dance, all of them different avenue with them touch about in this current day and not just genre holistically. Because we would have never ever do something like that. And as that match I share, so the youth them see the weak point of them role model, don't follow it and then still lead to a part of a negligence, a part of not improving upon something. And this I feel like the one them crazy because all you to say, yeah, there's something, and there's not an improvement towards the thing. This is how they say they need experience. You need 1 and 2 professionals to come in the mixer where you're doing. But yeah, there's things where you yourself I go teach, I go overstand just by looking upon the product. And they not have one, I tell you, they not have one improvement where they might make towards the thing. For you say, boy, or probably them they just need the other part there. No, fire. The man them not even now overstand one of the thing them. Them let interact with enough of them youth man and see how the youth them behave man and see how the youth them think. And I said to myself, but them youth not come for the music. Because them youth didn't really come for the music then it wouldn't get approached on the levels there. And that's really the main thing why the two genre them come like a can't even compare right now. And I wanna soar across the world and wanna get well long to a particular level. Because it's just a hype thing, you know. Just a facade and a hype thing, you know. Me I tell lie because enough ones and ones big son I tell you say, yeah, me a youth, so me can't fight no youth. The first thing we give the most strength to youth at street. Every youth at street know that. Because even the most ragged and gangster youth at street, when them see with them know where we are about and know our mission straight. And them never hesitate for I like that. But the thing that I show the man them say, but music is a different levels for you. Like if I want to get me Bex or get me in a different mood, just start about music and start telling me some foolishness about music. And I guess the youth them I lose a knife for you because them don't understand what music mean, what it represent. Them don't understand say you can't just be a person who go viral today and go in a studio and make a song and say as an artist. It don't work like that for you. Like them say artistry is just old hype thing in the moment. It I get some little trend art, some little views here and there. Let's go be an artist now. Artistry is not so I mentioned craftsmanship. I may have to go back to that again for you. Music come with different components, you know. So to be a writer is a whole different talent, you know. To be a singer or a DJ is a whole different talent. To learn how to perform is a whole different talent. So 3 different levels of things come within the space of music, you know. You have a man who is a good performer, but him is not a good writer. You have a man who is a good writer, but him is not necessarily a good vocal artist. So there's a whole heap of different levels where you them have to overstand. And I feel like say, most of the time, them youth they even do check the box. And if them do check a box, you know which box them check, then we check the box where sometimes we can get to some of them. Them have some lyrics. Them have lyrics, not necessarily positive, but them have lyrics. So them are them words them what them are put together. You can hear some of the things them say, boy, if them did really try to expound upon it, them could have sound even more better. But the fact that them not expound upon it and it come like it's a whole genre, a youth, we not expound upon the talent or any one of them particular areas in our music. And that are the worrisome thing about dancehall when you really sit down on mids.
Now, reality meds fire, and it's one thing I wanted to add on too in regards to break down the talents. You have many artists that can create crazy melodies, but they can't write no lyrics. You know, I learned that from the great Alton Ellis, you know. They could definitely put together great melodies, but they really struggle with lyrics. And you have people that can really write songs, but they can't deal with no melodies, you know. What's the last thing I wanted to touch on, Fire, that was in my meds? I think I forgot. I wanted to say that, to sum up everything, it just seems like the dancehall artists collectively, sorry to generalize young artists, but this seems to be the case. They're just not students of the craft. I think that sums it all up. They're not students of the craft, and it seems that, I can't say collectively, but those who are doing their thing, because remember, it takes a lot. First of all, this is why the Afrobeat thing's so crazy. from a political standpoint, we have to acknowledge the disdain people have for Africa fire. It's not like they Latin people or something. I know there's white people more accept like a Latin man or something, but to accept a man from Africa, yeah, not an African American, right? To accept a man from Africa fire, speaking music in his dialect, and he's selling out shows across America. No, fire, this thing a different thing, yeah. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. Believe you me, you know? And the reason we bring it up is that our artists need to humble themselves, yo, and accept where they are in the food chain. And they're not at the food chain we're not at the top of the food chain right now, yo.
Ego tell them otherwise, and that mash them up.
You know? They're not on top of it. I don't know where they at on the food chain right now, fire. But as I said, respect to the Brazilians, they're doing their thing. Our artists, we ask that we look into yourselves and become a student of your craft and do something to make some good music, because remember, all right, and things set away right now and opportunity is going to decline tremendously, because remember, the one slot a man used to have at the International Fest at a dancehall, the slot that the dancehall artists had at these festivals won't be there anymore. The next man with the Afro be the next thing gonna be in there. That's the thing people not seeing. The opportunities there are dwindling away because you're not making the people rock and swing. We gotta let go of the violence, fire. Maybe your friends in the community here, that you have a portion of Jamaicans that want to hear it, fire. But internationally, it's not gonna take you on the road now. It's not. It's not. It hasn't, and it won't. And it's like, go ahead, fire.
Me just feel like say them need to go back to the drawing board fire, and that are the thing. You see, cut out this ego part of the thing. Do the thing with some form of grace, and make sure. Again, we do an episode where we talk about purpose. But I feel like as musicians, as youth we involved in the music, one need to know what them purpose in this musical thing, so them can see which direction them go. And I feel like say every youth way must challenge themselves. You see, if you say you have the music and you can't put an EP or an album together where palatable to the ears of multiple viewers and not just people within your range or your levels, then
or your neighborhood. I think
your neighborhood. I feel you must be realistic with yourself and say, no, sir, I'm not ready yet to get this thing together. We just continue work on this thing. But I feel like most young youth now where I sell them the music, them afraid to come tell us, boy, you know, so I'm not get the aspect of the thing. I'm not over the aspect of the thing, because every man wants to be the man, and you can't be the man if you don't know. So everybody just jump up in this thing, and this I see the eye whirl and move. Boy, when you touching the streets, people are gay, heal, people are rate you, and it make you get more egotistic. And it's not even just the violence in a fire. Like, you see, the violence was one thing to pinpoint. You could have said, all right, it's bad and not so bad. But it could be beyond the violence fire, like things so aggressive and dark, even if the youth them do all one tune where it not have that much violent lyrics in it, it still don't sound like it come together and gel, because the youth them just, I mean, I think them even know why them do it. Them just do it because as something we're in right now, TikTok, it can go viral on TikTok and we can get 1 million views. You see, if the music if just get 1 million views, it a go just fade away. So that are the thing. It a go just start fade away, and it now have no real value for bring to the table. So man need to start go to the drawing board and say to themselves, you know, say, more make a tune way. I'll 10 years from the me the youth name governor. Him say him no want to be the art artist. Him no want to be just be the art artist. Him want to be the big artist on the board. So when time him come and do theme thing now, you have an art artist who does debut and people are rating, but him want to be the big artist. That's probably so. Even though them youth, they still have them negative side with them a project at the same time, you know, but them have a more storytelling type of aspect to them thing. So you can see say creativity is there. Maybe I just in regards to like a vice control and them thing that them youth they need to know more now, and then them blanch out big guy in the world. But them youth there is may I use him as an example, because in the current dancehall way it is like a Professor Nuts type of vibes, storytelling type of vibes, and that is an identity as an artist. You can't be an artist and you not have a set identity. Darkness not gonna be an identity. And that's what it is.
No. All right, serious thing, you know. And yeah, it's no, it is what it is. But there's another thing I want to bring up. It's a totally different argument, but I'll put it in the minds of the people. Is the fact that can people take in quality music? Because remember, someone's listening to their music. We have to acknowledge people are listening to the music. Yes, probably internationally, or they probably can't draw a crowd, but people are listening to their music. So the question is now, the fan base that they have, not are they willing, are they capable? Is that fan base capable of taking in quality? I think that's a conversation. Well, I want to delve into it now. But I just think that because this is all aspects of life and artistry, because that's what's suffering right now. The whole point of quality, people's ability to take in quality. Because for instance now, right? I've been listening to the gong since I came out the womb. And I'll tell you, Fire, still to this day, do you know there's little instruments and little things I pick up on, Fire, and I've been listening to these songs for almost 4 decades, and 2 years it'll be 4 decades. Cause the music's so intricate, but I have to take time to sit and listen to quality music. You can't listen to quality music on your phone. You can't listen to quality music, listen to the first minute, then change it. You can't listen to quality music and no TikTok. Because I really doubt people are watching full music videos. We already know the time on this thing. So it's can people collectively, specifically for that genre, they may have an interest in another genre that it would take time to listen to. But the question is, in regards to dancehall, do they have the commitment to listen to it if quality is made? Next reasoning, Fire. I don't want to delve into that too tough, right? But we need to write that down. But I was reasoning with my brethren, even books, movies, and all these things. It's Fire, I was watching man, I forgot the thing. It wasn't Wakanda. There's one next thing. It was playing a movie at the school, action. Anyway, Fire, the action movie have no story, or it's just explosions for an hour and a half. And the question is, the person that made it, maybe they're aware that the person watching it can't follow a story. They don't have the attention span or the ability mentally to process a good story. So the only way to captivate them is constant explosions and violence. And I think that's where a lot of artists struggle in the fact that, people are not taking anything and this and that. But the question is, can people actually, the generation we have right now, or the person you're trying to reach, can they take in quality? That's what we need to reason about the next thing, Fire. Can Jamaicans take in quality? What would happen if Popcorn played the whole song? Would people fall asleep? They're so used to the juggling and this and that. Can they sit and listen to a whole song? Or is the genre meant for short-term consumption, short attention span people? Maybe selectors were on to something before everybody that, hey, these people have no attention span. Juggle, boom, 30 seconds, next song.
And that cool too, me not agree with it. I disagree with it totally. I want to make that clear. But say the short-term consumption that people have towards music in Jamaica, right? Say they come on stage, you give them 30 seconds. Cool. Right? But what is it you give them 30 seconds of? That's the problem enough, because if the music could have been 5 minutes and a 5 minute of garbage. You give them 30 seconds of that, same difference. Because if you give them 5 minutes of the garbage. So it's just where I give them the time of fire, because most of the one the music them just start make no sense in a fire.
All right.
I tell you.
All right. So what I'm hearing you say is that the infrastructure. What I'm hearing you say is that. What I'm hearing you say is that, right? Just the musical infrastructure and itself, the musical presentation.
No, man, the presentation,
it's not of a quality that would keep anyone engaged anyway. So by default, you would have to run through the two. So you know, and they know nobody want to listen to that
And the tune them down the belly. All right, watch the levels. The tune them down the belly in a fire. Where the man them do, the man them come out with one hook. Them start off key, that's at the first place. Them start off key, then them come out to the hook, then them find a one verse where probably can give some punch, but it's by a reach at the middle of the song flat, it not have no belly. So how you gonna perform that to somebody for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes? It doesn't make sense, but
and it's a lot of aspects, because I know some people gonna bring out the economic aspects too to say that, you know, people afford demands and this and that. But Sagittarius, man, when they were Yellow Man. What was the name of the Beanie Man band again? Well, he had one band he was traveling for a while. They did real good. I forgot. Not Rough Cut. No, not Rough Cut. I forgot. But anyway, even though Beanie Man was running through tunes, he was doing them for like a minute, 2 minutes, but they had intros, you know, they had chorus and all that, and it had some musical little vibe, and they do the dance. Artistry again, right? Breakdown. Vegas is very good at that too, or it was. I don't know if he's still doing it, but breakdown, time for dancing, time for talking to the people. Breath control, where you can actually speak to people and not being out of breath. That's the next thing too, right? They can't talk to the crowd because they're out of breath, you know? Throwing in a cover, you know, that's a great thing. Vegas was just playing the songs one time. He just play all the God, go and love it. Play all, you get what I'm saying? Because he had the band and the DJ mix, but this all goes back to the artistry fight. People not being students of their craft. You know I have great breath control fire? Junior Gang, yeah. And Taurus Riley. Them people there have it, yeah. And they put on a show that's engaging. Even though, you know, Gang kind of on the fence with the dancehall reggae thing, I brought him up just as an artist still, you know. But Killer and all them, because Killer and all them go talk to people and just reel up and talk to people and, you know, but as I said, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is. Because across the board, things people kind of lost their way, not just with this, but across the board in regards to the importance of your craft and taking your things seriously and having it on the heights, you know. And this is just another demonstration.
I realize everything boil back down to the craftsmanship and the artistry. And that's all boil back down to, you know.
And time you put into your craft, you know. So, but in regards to the comparison of the argument, Afrobeat done took off, right? And if dancehall don't shape up, I think the more detrimental part of it is that I'm not on radio or anything, well, college radio, but in the system. And I don't know if they have slots for too many international acts. And usually that slot has been taken by a Jamaican, right? I never heard no Haitian music on there far. I never heard no African music. I heard dancehall music. So it's great exposure because you have these people here, Black Americans, or people in general. Well, let's deal with Black Americans that some are open to music outside of America, outside of hip hop. They're getting exposure. It's good for the brand. It's good for the country. It's good for everything. It's good for the culture. Now we're not getting that exposure because I want to tell you why I know the thing kind of tricky. I was in Philly amongst some real Philly, some active people fire, right? And they was listening to Wizkid, Essence. So I say, the thing gone right now, fire. So these people listen to street trap music.
You know what I'm fighting.
Yeah, the thing, they listen to some trap. Fire, listen to pure trap, dark gun lyrics. So when I heard this little crew of people listen to that, I say, the thing gone, yeah. This man could break into this realm right here.
And you see that again too, you know, because you see even the tune there's a good tune there I bring up to, you know, because one of my favorite tune them, you know. You see the same hand section in them tune there. You hear the music and the elements them turn down, and then you hear the girl who are singing the hook when name Thames, how she just come in and she just soulful, then she give her high note, she give her middle note. So them thing I may talk about for you, that's artistry. Because the economics part of it, you know, is a part of it. For you, I feel like the one them just to take international off of them mind, right? I not say that in a bad way. Dancehall youth them take international off of them mind. Focus on development. Because I don't think you're supposed to operate international. If I think about it, if we're going to do a banana chips company for you, we just show some banana chips in our bag. We'd even seal the bag and we're going to sell the product. Or if we not seal the bag and we're going to sell the product, then the banana chips not going to drop out before it even reach one of the next market, them man. Nobody can go have no banana chips eat. And the bag alone, them are going to get because the bag never sealed. So we have to know, say, all right, here we are going to know. I buy one of the sealing machine them. Every time we would throw chips in the thing, somebody else has said they just make sure that them I can seal. And the bag them start seal up now, and people will more buy the product, because by the time it reach the overseas, the chips are in the bag. I just them little thing that we are talking about. And I feel like say without even that, it not gonna have enough take off. Cause man can't tell us, oh, I same thing them did say, just like how here the elder said, bless him soul. Shabba, we hear El Shabba support the ranks were there. I say, oh, left the youth them, because when me did that do it, bam, bam, bam. Yeah, we can always have the argument, you know, so oh, when time one did that do it, the man that did do it and people did say, oh, that's left the sound system and all of them look a crafting there. Yeah, we can hear that. That's cool. But watch and see how this thing are gonna move. Because remember, him now overstand, say, in a film look a time, you know. Him did have to go bleach as they say, him did have to bleach panto sound system, he'd have to go bleach run of the studio. That is a total different. Him now,
all right, but that's
that.
All right, but they're not mentioning it. They're not seeing how that experience led to them being developed in their craft.
Before
that's
the reason.
All right, you know. Fire, I keep saying last thing, right? Last thing, Fire, because the reason it keeps stretching, but I have to acknowledge this. We're not acknowledging the mix. The engineers, whatever engineers they're using, Fire, because the mix clean, yeah. Believe you me. You know, I know we spoke about the artistry aspect, but we haven't spoke about the engineer aspect. And some investment needs to be made in regards to the mix of the songs. The thing just sound, I guess too, I don't know. That would be, but
too much hype, man.
Yeah, too much hype. But we give thanks for everyone who sat in on the reasoning. If you're listening on the streaming, but if you're listening on the YouTube, leave a comment. I like to hear your thoughts in regards to what are your views on this. But Afrobeat has taken over, Fire. It is what it is, you know, and everybody has their run, and they run kind of hard. And I just think that the disillusion and egos of Jamaican artists, specifically dancehall artists, I hope that this Burna Boy experience kind of humbled them a little bit, that they go back in the lab and develop their craft. Because, as I said, a man can say what they want. They can say about crowd. It was just a Burna Boy concert, right? Yes, they were on the ticket. I don't see them bringing the extra 5,000, 10,000 people, right? When shows are done in Jamaica, using Jamaica artists, and promoters know this is why they do it, you need borderline 40 artists on there, are the top artists too. Am I lying, Far Right?
Look, a reality, not a joke.
It is what it is. So the drawing power is not there in your homeland, better yet abroad. And when you do see reggae artists, I saw a couple clips with dancehall artists and like theaters, not arenas, but theaters, right? So I don't know the composition of it, right? UK is a little different because UK got the heavy Caribbean thing, so that's a little skewed to a certain extent. But when Jamaican artists, including reggae artists, are in front of a large group of people, it is not their show. It's a compilation of people on there. They may be a part of the bill. In their mind, the way they present it, as if everyone came for them. Because I know how the egomaniacs think and how they talk, right? But there were 10 other big name artists on there. So we have to acknowledge that it's the collective that brought the crowd, or the event itself. Some of these events are built up where, regardless who they are, people just gonna come out and vibe. You know, but I was very impressed with this bridge in here, how they come to Jamaica, all right, and getting that type of crowd. Yeah, that was extremely, extremely impressive. You know, want to bring up Buja, different scenario, fire. Man was gone for 10 years, never performed, come out of jail with the hype, and the stadium still wasn't packed like that with all the promotion that they did. And the next thing too, this concert never get promotion like Buja Banton concert. Right? Don't even need the promotion on that level, you know? So we give thanks for everyone tuning in. If you get time, make sure you check out our brand new short film, story of Jamaica's most famous shirt, the Mesh Marina. If you have a Mesh Marina, put it on and watch it and get a laugh. I guess put on your Mesh Marina Fire Eye and watch it, get a laugh and learn the history. Also check out Fire Eye EP there, Disrupting the Status Quo. Description there. sorry, the link is there in the description, and also
Yeah, man, on the album of what the year to say no
new album, new album coming out for 2023. So hopefully we get some previews for you here while it in the dread. Also, he has a video for basically every tune on the EP. So there are numerous ways you can take it in. And we give thanks, say, and wait till next time.